Greetings and welcome to Fright Night Flicks, where every night is Fright Night. Since we're entering a new year soon, I just wanted to share with you all my top 10 2025 horror films that I'm looking forward to. Granted, there will be more films out there I don't know about, but after researching 2025's horror lineup, these are the top 10 films I'm most excited for.
Then let's get started.
Kicking off this list is Lee Wannum's take on The Wolfman. I like Wannum's version of The Invisible Man, and I think he could pull off a fresh take on this story. It's got Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner in the lead roles, so I think it has a star power feel to it. Whilst I am a bit sceptical on its quality since it's coming out in January, I think this one could be an enjoyable delight for horror fans. I just hope it's a better version of The Wolfman than the 2010 version, so we can finally stop talking about that one. Along with this review, I'm also planning a video where I rank Lee Wannum's directorial efforts, so I'll be looking forward to exploring his library in preparation for The Wolfman's release. In ninth place is the newest instalment in the Jurassic Park series titled Jurassic World Rebirth. I originally thought Dominion was a solid end to the franchise, but I have a feeling this one might be fun. Gareth Edwards is directing, Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are starring, and it's a brand new storyline, so it could be a blast. Since I'm a fan of the original film, I plan to review the previous 6 films in the build-up to this one, along with a rank list of all the Jurassic Park films in the franchise and the films of Gareth Edwards. In 8th place is The Black Phone 2, the sequel to the 2022 masterpiece from Scott Derrickson. I love the first film, and with the majority of cast and Derrickson returning, I can't wait to see how they expand on this story and the world they set up in the original. I'm also planning a review of the first film before the sequel comes out, along with a rank list of Derrickson's filmography. In 7th place is a new instalment in the Final Destination franchise, Final Destination Bloodlines. I love these films and I can't wait to see the franchise make a comeback. I'm curious to see how a modern day version of this concept will work with a new generation, and whether it will pay tribute to the previous instalments of the franchise and Tony Todd's iconic present. After reviewing this, I'll be ranking all 6 Final Destination films. In 6th place is Maggie Gyllenhaal's second directorial effort, The Bride. Gyllenhaal did a solid job with her first film, The Lost Daughter, so I'm hoping her second film might be an improvement. Based on Bride of Frankenstein, it boasts a stellar cast including Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale, and it's actually getting a wide release rather than a limited to Netflix like The Lost Daughter had. In 5th place is The Monkey, a new film from Oz Perkins based on a story by Stephen King. I enjoyed Perkins' last film Longlegs a lot, so I'm eager to see what he brings to the table. Plus, the film has a solid cast and an intriguing premise. If Perkins plays his cards right, he could have another hit on his hands. After reviewing The Monkey, I plan to rank the films of Oz Perkins and check out more of his work prior to Longlegs. In 4th place is Ryan Coogler's upcoming film, Sinners, his first non-MCU film since 2015's Creed. A vampire period drama, Sinner has an interesting concept that could brilliantly work if Ryan Coogler makes it great. With a cast including Michael B. Jordan, Jack O'Connell and Haley Steinfeld, I'm already sold even without seeing a trailer. I hope this film allows Coogler to shine as a director without relying on the franchise machine. I also plan to rank Ryan Coogler's filmography after reviewing this film, so I can finally get around to seeing Fruitvale Station. In 3rd place is Megan 2.0, the sequel to Megan. I liked the first Megan a lot and came out of the film wanting more from its world and story. I hope the sequel expands on that whilst retaining the campy tone and comedic moments that made the first film so fun. I also plan to review the first film ahead of the sequel. My silver pick for this list is Del Toro's adaptation of Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro is one of my favourite directors and I always look forward to his projects. Since he has a passion for classic horror like Frankenstein, I'm expecting a faithful adaptation infused by his own unique artistic vision. However, what keeps this from being my number one is my concern that Jacob Elordi might be miscast as the monster. Despite that, the rest of the cast looks fantastic, and I'll also be ranking all of Del Toro's films from my least favourite over at Fright Night Flicks. And my most anticipated horror film of 2025 is 28 Years Later. The third instalment in the 28 Days Later trilogy reunites Cillian Murphy, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland while continuing the story and world established in 2002. I'm most excited about this film because I want to see more of this universe explored and how it connects to the trilogy as a whole. I also plan to review 28 days later and 28 weeks later before diving into my 28 days later review, followed by a ranked list of the trilogy and a ranked list of Danny Boyle's films. I think 2025's horror lineup will be fantastic with a fair share of hits, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comments. Let me know in the comments down below which 2025 horror film you're looking forward to, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow us on Facebook so you don't miss a single scare. And be sure to check out some of my past videos as well. In the meantime, keep the chills alive, and as always, stay spooky.